right, a very warm welcome back. If you just joined us, we're taking a look at the role of traditional leaders in South Africa. But I guess this is a conversation that could be happening in other parts of the continent, given the shared histories and commonalities that we have. What role do traditional leaders have in a modern society? What contributions can they make? Should they be given more powers? What we're finding is that over time, as the rule of law, constitutions are written, some of their powers have been curtailed over the time. And is that a good or a bad thing? Your thoughts, hashtag TNA BizBrief at Morning Live SABC. We also have an audience here that's watching live, and we're going to go to them now and get some of their thoughts and their questions for our panelists. And we start at table number 9, where we'll find Toko Mkhwanazi Xaluva. Just put your microphone closer to your mouth.
In this rapidly evolving culture, how do you...
All right, we're not getting your microphone, unfortunately. Let me see if we can get another one to you. Is there another microphone floating around? All right, just try again.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, how do you make sure that cultural practices in a world that is evolving so fast are protected? What is the role of traditional leaders in making sure that even young people still see the value in cultural practices, but also in a world that is pushing hard against traditional practices? How then do you swim upstream and make sure that you preserve and promote those cultural practices?
Okay. Who's going to answer that one? Hosi? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, it is a challenge, but my opinion is that culture, you don't learn culture. It's culture, you grow up with it. That's why if you grow in a country where they speak a different language, you will automatically speak that language. It's enculturation. But I think we have to go deeper into our youth. Start with the youth. Try to make them to realize and appreciate their own culture and be proud of their own culture. I've seen so many people, other cultures, even the young people, they really, train them as young as they are to know who they are. So I think that's the only way we can preserve our culture, and also to indicate which are the, in the culture, which are those things which we have to do away with, and the things which we think are good for our youth and the community. Thank you.
Can I add and say, we are also engaging with the basic education at the level of government, that they must introduce language universally across all the schools, from grade 1 until grade 12. So they will be starting next year, introducing a compulsory language of the mother tongue, so that then children can grow speaking their own languages beautifully as they do now with English, and so that they remain with their national identity as South African. I think it's one, but modern tools such as mobiles and others, the indigenous games, for example, why can't we have games in and then also the PlayStation? Bring in the stick fighting and others, into it. And I've got youngsters from Seshiro, Bukamoso, senior primary schools. They just won a competition on a debate this weekend in the indigenous games where they were debating about initiation. And then I then said to them that come here as a prize, you have won. Can you stand up, please? All they can see you on the table.
Get a microphone to them, actually.
And that girl there was number 1 in the competition, and the boy that is light in complexion was number 2, and then there's number 3.
Okay.
And then they are with their educators. They were so beautiful in around the initiation and how we need to manage it. Right. They were defending it, saying that, yes, there are deaths, but we must prevent the deaths, but continue with culture and modernize the way we are doing initiation and circumcision without creating deaths, but we should not wash it away. And I think it was beautiful coming from a township,
Well, let's hear from them. Is there a microphone there? So just say your name and then
the school,
your school, and share your thoughts in terms of what you shared at this Indigenous Games debate.
Well, good morning to everyone. I'm Bakgatla-Ba-Kgafela and I'm from Bakgamso Senior Secondary School. So basically what we debated about was safe initiation practices, as we saw that a lot of youngsters are dying there while taking part in these processes. And as a young person, I feel like that is not supposed to happen because somebody is supposed to be a future doctor and they couldn't make it because of the illegal initiation schools that are happening around the place. So basically, my opinion is that we should just preserve our culture, not to stop anything, but just to make sure that we have safe initiation practices, we have legal schools, we have people who are trained to do proper procedures in order to save the youth for South Africa. Thank you.
All right. Okay, if you could just give the microphone. Okay, so I'm just wondering, you know, we're talking about this modern society where we've got skotanes and all sorts of things that are coming through. And I'm just wondering, as young people, you see these traditional leaders, these khosis, do you understand the importance that they play? And is this a resource that as young people that you are using for guidance and leadership?
Well, when we look into it, it's a limited number of youth who know the importance of culture. This is another solution we proposed in that debate, that these youngsters must be educated concerning their culture, and they must know how to respect their culture and the importance of their culture and the moral value it has within the society. Because it's not really that they don't want to support it, it's because they don't know anything about it. And if they know it, they'll know the importance and respect it and practice it.
All right, okay. And then the last one, if you just share your thoughts about the role of youth and what you can teach your peers, I guess, vis-a-vis our traditions and culture.
Okay, before I say anything else, I'd like to greet everyone else who's here. I go by the name of Matoleheri. I'm from the School of Bakgamso Senior Secondary School. We were, as she said, we were debating about the initiation rites, and we realized that today the initiation schools are not safe, as there are people there who are operating without the knowledge and the skills. They just do it for money to earn income so that they can satisfy their needs and wants. So the solution that we brought forth to the table is that we urge the traditional leaders to look for people who have the experience, who have the knowledge to operate in procedures that take place in initiation schools, so that when parents send their children to initiation schools, they can send their parents with the mindset that our children are going to be in the hands of people who care about their well-being and them being safe and sound. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much indeed, and congratulations on doing so well at the Indigenous Games. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with our audience and also you at home. And I'm going to ask our female horsey here a very difficult question, because initiations, really, she shouldn't know anything about them. How does she deal with them in her community? All of that after this.